Welcome to Poolesville High School, the #1 school in Maryland. Unfortunately, our school is in horrible condition. We implore you to re-examine our FACT score to reflect current condition and use. This school needs to be torn down and rebuilt in the near future.
Our building is falling apart. Take a look at the mortar on the bricks of the building. You can literally pick off pieces. People can do that anytime, any day. How about the inside? Well, we have holes in our walls. You walk in, and the first thing that you see are these holes. And lots of them are huge.
Behind these trash cans used to be a water fountain. However, the pipes underneath the ground corroded to a point where they are no longer functioning, and instead of replacing them, which would require removing the entire foundation of the school, we simply put a trash can in front of it.
Now take a look at our gym. We have spikes on our ceiling. When a volleyball goes up there, it bursts, just like that water pipe.
Also, less than 2 feet away from the out of bounds line is a concrete wall. And if a player ever runs into that concrete wall, he has no training room to receive care. What does a school in the 21st century mean? It does not mean this. This tangled mess of wires, which connects 15 Mac computers to a single router, is the cause of the incredibly slow networking process of the entire building. Because we do not have enough Ethernet ports located in the walls of the school, we have to resort to using these.
Poolesville High School is environmentally friendly with our global ecology program, but apparently our bathrooms haven't caught on. We still have paper towels and not electric blowers. We tried installing electric blowers, but our system is so outdated it just can't handle it. As a result, this bathroom went out of service because the toilet was clogged with paper towels.
Does this fume hood look subpar to you? That is because most of the permanent equipment that this school receives is second hand from other schools.
But also, it's a safety hazard. The board on the right, if you slide it out, the glass slides down just like a guillotine. Our men's locker room is extremely tiny. People barely even use the lockers because the lockers are too small to fit anything. The backpacks lying around is a daily occurrence.
We have no team room for our athletes or visiting athletes to change in. We haven't had use of our showers in years, and they offer absolutely no privacy whatsoever.
The smell in here is horrid. There is no airflow, which is a huge design flaw. And this was supposed to be the showers. But no, instead it's the team storage room.
Our school is also full of several design flaws, the prime example of which is room 33B, which in order to get to, students have to walk through room 33 or room 33A. This severely disrupts classroom activity and is a safety hazard as well, for students have to walk across lab experiments. Notice anything strange about this classroom? There are historical maps up on the wall, and is also a fume hood on the side. That is because there are students who are being taught history in a science classroom, full of lab stations and electrical equipment.
Now let's take a walk into the bathroom. Look at this. If you want to access one of the toilets, you have to be less than 2 feet wide. I didn't know there was a restriction on this. 24 inches. If you're carrying backpacks, this is a huge issue. This right here is a Poolesville High School classroom. Yes, it's a classroom with no Promethean, no wall. Can I call it a classroom? We do. It's barely a learning environment, and it has a state-of-the-art blackboard. Our wall, if you want to even call it that, is ripping in several places. This is pathetic. Take a look at our auditorium. Schools nowadays have huge auditoriums that could be movie theaters. But this seats a mere 413 students. Legal capacity is 732. If you want to have an assembly for this school, it's not going to be in this room. As a result of all these small rooms, we have to put everything in a storage room.
Not only is this our only storage room, but custodians have to go down steps to access it.
Now, Poolesville is a farm community, and we have tractors. We store them in a barn right here, but it's also disconnected from the school.
Because it's disconnected from the school, this building has no heat, which makes it nearly impossible to start a diesel engine. This gives the custodians a very hard time when they're trying to plow snow in the winter.
Some of our classrooms have no windows. I wonder what happens when we have a power outage and students can't see a thing in the classroom. With no natural light, the room looks just like this. I can't see anything. The students can't see anything. And neither can the teacher. What help can you provide?
Persons with disabilities have a very hard time navigating Poolesville High School.
This right here is the biggest issue with our school. It is not ADA compliant. This student cannot access the bathrooms. Why would you do that to the students? Our auditorium has a steep incline. It takes almost 20 seconds for this disabled or handicapped person to try to get up the ramp. And in the event of a fire, this could mean the difference between life and death. There are almost no push buttons in our schools. That's an issue when trying to open doors. There are also few ramps. There is only one way to access the building. There are stairs everywhere else.
There are also no weather coverings between the buildings. Here's my little adventure outside of the building to get to the science building. Note, I have to go around the long way because there is only one handicap entrance in the school. This image has been sped up. It would be virtually impossible for me to get to my class on time, making me miss important learning objectives. Also, even though the school is all on one story, there are rooms that can't be accessed. This is the most crowded intersection in the school. Because of the overpopulation, navigating through it is monstrous, especially for a handicapped person. Now right here, we can see the lockers about a good 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet off the ground. Even if I wasn't sitting down, this would be a challenge to access. We've highlighted for you an insurmountable amount of inadequacies that inhibit our ability to learn. And we need your help. Please attend the Board of Education meeting on November 14th at 7 p.m. It's located at Carver Education Services Center, 850 Hungerford Drive, Rockville, Maryland. Your child's future depends on it.